guys. So this is the Valley of the Rocks meet. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people including myself. Weather is looking pretty good, to be fair. The sky's fairly clear, but there's a few wispy clouds around, so definitely potential there. So we're gonna have a wander around and have a look about, find a few compositions before the sun starts to get into its colourful stage, and then I'll check back with you in a bit. Going around a bit.
I'm going around the bend.
There guys, so we've wandered down into Wringclliff Bay. Sun's still a bit high, but I'm going to come down and check it out and have a look. The weather's looking good. Could do with a bit more cloud on the horizon. Let's wander down and have a look. There are mountain goats up there, look. Crazy things. Oh, talk about living life on the edge. Not me, the mountain goats. Yeah, so I just went a flyer on the rocks, wet rocks, straight on my ass. And of course the camera straight up in the air, save the camera, break a rib. That's what I said. Yeah, so down here the rocks are covered in green algae and they're treacherously slippery, so if you come down here just be careful, don't do what I did. Right, so let's talk photography. So I'm lining up some of these rocks down here in a kind of almost like a zigzag out to that rock over there. Shooting at 24mm. There's not an awful lot of cloud in the sky, so there won't be an awful lot of movement out there, but I just want to smooth out this water and see what happens. So I'll chuck the filter on and then I'll talk settings in a minute. Put a 6-stop on, 3-stop Nisi medium and the Nisi V6 with the landscape polarizer, and that gives me 10 seconds at f14, 24mm. And I'll try and show you the composition again. So I'm shooting from here. Probably completely pointless trying to show you the back of the camera, there's always too many reflections, but basically what I'm getting is this part of this close rock, that one over to there, and then you get this kind of, you see the kind of zigzag coming across, so that's my leading line. There's a little bit of detail in the sky which you can see, which is just enough to make an interesting photo, but 10 seconds is smoothing it out enough to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So the green's really nice, you can, you know, it's a really nice sort of colour punch up in the foreground there, especially with the polarizer as well. Give it a tweak and you can really get that colour to live. Again, it's trial and error, rotate it, see what works, cut back a little bit of the reflection. I don't like to cut back too much of it because, you know, the reflections kind of they do add to a bit of the contrast to them, a bit of punch. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to show you that shot. Alright, so I'm gonna have a go at getting onto these rocks over here. They actually look a lot drier than the last time I came, so I'm hoping that they won't be quite as slippery. But I think I'm being a little bit naive in that, to be honest. Look at the goats. Having their own little party. Right, I'm going to turn you off a minute because I can't concentrate on not falling over and hold the camera at the same time. Alright, so I've braved the treacherous rocks, which, as it turns out, when the tide's been out and they've dried up, they're actually pretty grippy. So I've come further out than I did before, and I'm looking back towards the mainland. Let's go across there. Again, lots of green in the foreground, and then obviously the bay leads you round, and the headland leads you out into the distance. I've composed it so that the sun is out of the frame because it's still too high, so it's a bit too harsh. But yeah, I think it'll be alright. I tell you what though, my back's starting to hurt where I slipped on those rocks. I really did go down hard. So, lucky really not to have done any serious damage. So just be careful, guys. Photograph's not worth doing yourself a serious injury for. Or is it? Well, you know what we're like. That's photographers, isn't it? Anyway, back to the game. So this shot, let's see if I can show you. So looking from here, so I'm kind of, again, I'm shooting in portrait orientation. So I've got this in the bottom left, you've got all this other green, a few little rock pools going out. The bay kind of leads you around and then out towards the headland. There's, again, not much going on in the sky. There's a couple of little clouds out there that just breaks it up, but we'll see, we'll see. So I was having a bit of a thought, and well, first of all, you could think, where the hell did that come from? But as I know that the goats have been having a party on the beach, it's all good. I know where that came from. But no, so I was having a thought, and these rocks that I'm walking on, so these massive great big slabs, they came from somewhere, right? Yeah? Do you think they came from there? I know, scary, right? So I'm standing here looking up and just kind of hoping that, you know, we don't get any additions to these rocks. Otherwise my inners will be halfway across the Bristol Channel. Wow. So I ventured away from the hang on a second. Hang on. So broke away from the group a bit and came further across these rocks than I've ever been. And wow, just look. Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. I've got to keep an eye on this tide though, because I've got to get back across there, and it's not the easiest thing to do. But this, so 24mm f14, 6 stop, 0.3 0.9 medium grad, landscape CPL, portrait orientation, ISO 100 obviously, and yeah, so I'm getting 13 seconds, and this is just stunning. This light is beautiful, and it's only going to get better. The sun's still quite high, but it's one of those days where there's some nice cloud up here, and if that stays, when that sun drops, we are going to get some amazing colour. but at the moment it's one of those days where there's that kind of haze to the sky, so it's holding the sun back enough, even though it's a good, what are we looking at? We're looking at maybe 3 or 4 fingers off the horizon, and it's still soft enough to shoot. I knew this location had potential, but I didn't expect to see this when I came over the top of these rocks. The rocks I'm standing on, they are massive, absolutely massive. It's just stunning. Absolutely stunning location. So the sun's, as the sun's going down, it's moving further to the right. So if I was to stay here, this sort of small area at the front that's in shadow, that's hopefully going to light up, because as the sun's going down, it's moving around a bit. So I don't know what to do now. I don't know whether to stay here or have a look somewhere else. I think I might take a couple more here, and at least I know it's here, so I can come back if need be. But yeah, this is looking good. So I'm going to take one more shot with the 6-stop on, and I'm going to take that 6-stop out, and I'm going to use just the polarizer and just the 0.9 medium, and see what I get there, because I want to capture, I want to see the movement in the sea. You know me, I like half a second, something like that, to see the flow of the sea. And at the moment it's too long, so I'm going to take the 6 out, try it on its own. If that might end up with a shutter speed too fast, in which case I'll drop a 3-stop in, but I'll come back to you in a minute and tell you what I did. Hey guys, so took the 6-stop out, dropped the medium back in, and wasn't quite enough, but if I put the 3-stop in, I think it would have been too much. So what I've done is I've dropped my ISO to the extended low 1, which took me down a couple of stops, and it's given me about a second, which is ideal for me. And what I'm seeing here is just absolutely stunning. It could be any other country but the UK. It's just beautiful, and the light is just, it's getting better by the minute. And looking at it now, although there's no clouds out there, look at these. So something tells me I'm going to be staying in this spot to shoot this, because if those clouds hang around for long enough, chances are, I mean, they're moving that way, so chances are by the time sunset comes around, they might have gone round too far. But and it's just looking fantastic. 1 second shutter speed, f14, ISO I'm on low 1 on the Z6, and it's looking good. Shooting in portrait mode, that just works better for me here in portrait, because I want a little bit more of that sky. So yeah, it's looking good, guys, looking good. I'm glad I came, but I just, like I said before, you know, do be safe if you come out to locations like this, especially this one. Now that I've shown it to you, these rocks, they are treacherous when they're wet, and they're not the easiest things to climb over. So, you know, keep an eye on that tide and make sure that you get back in plenty of time. Don't get caught out, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. But can we see that? I don't know. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm getting part of this rock in the bottom left, and then all this sweeping out there, and then a little bit of that that epic sky. So I'm going to get back to it now and find a few more compositions here and see what we can do. Another quick tip, guys, and it's a mistake that I make all the time, and I just did it again. When changing your focal length, always remember to recheck your focus. I zoomed in, took some further shots, zoomed back wide again, started taking some more compositions. Took 2 or 3 before I realised I hadn't refocused, so those 2 or 3 shots will be a complete waste of time. So just when changing focal length, always remember to refocus, or at least recheck your focus. But this is looking fantastic. I'm getting about 1/3 of a second at the moment, and it's capturing the movement in the water absolutely beautifully. And you can see there's plenty of whitewash going on there, plenty of movement, plenty of drama, coupled with that beautiful, absolutely stunning light, which, like I said, is only going to get better, and I'm confident of that. That little band of cloud that sits on the horizon for me just at the wrong time, that ain't going to happen tonight. We're looking good. We are looking good. So this is known as Wringclliff Bay, and but there's a set of steps up there and then the zigzag path that takes you all the way back up to the top of the Valley of Rocks. But as a sunset location, as sunset locations go, coastal ones, this is definitely one of the best, I think, close to me, because the rocks, they're huge. There's nothing like this around, you know, closer to home, and I'm only about an hour and a half away from home, and the sea is blue, whereas up where I am, the Bristol Channel, is brown because of the mud in the channel. But down here, beautiful blue sea, stunning rocks, cliffs. What more could you ask for? Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to make my way back over to the main beach now and try and regroup with the guys and see what's happening. So, catch you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're getting close to sundown now. It's not far off, but there's a few clouds that have just subdued the sun over there, and I've come back the other side of the big rocks to look for a composition. I'm trying to find something now where I can set myself and wait for the sunset, so I'm not running around trying to find it. So I'm going to go and look for another composition, but I did find a nice vertical here using this little rock pool and these lines kind of leading you towards the headland with the sun on the right. A few clouds up there, a bit of colour, it's looking good. But I'm going to go and try and find what's probably going to be the finishing shot, I think. So before I lose that sun, I'm going to go and find that now. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. I do see, worryingly, a bit of cloud on the horizon, and I hope it's not gonna do its usual thing and obscure the sun at the worst possible moment. But I don't want to keep faffing about, moving around trying to find compositions, because I'm going to run out of time and I'll end up completely missing it. But what I'm looking at here is so using this little rock pool and a few others heading out and towards the sun, so you can't actually see, this isn't in the frame and none of this is in the frame, so it's a vertical composition. Fairly simple. I'm hoping that there's going to be a bit more colour, but we'll see. So for this shot I've got the Nisi 3-stop reverse grad. I've still got the 3-stop medium, but just dropped in just to hold the rest of the sky back just a little bit. And I'm at 24mm f14, 2 seconds. I'm at ISO low 1 again, just to give me that couple of seconds just to put a bit of movement in that water. But it's alright, it's not too bad. Could have done with a bit more cloud in the centre, but it's alright. I might move, I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. Would you believe it? Look. The sun is disappearing behind a strip of cloud on the horizon. And the thing is, it stopped all the catch lights on the rocks as well. It held it all back. There was no light coming across the sea, you know, that typical sun reflection that you get come up the sea. None of that. No catch lights on the rocks. No colour there. Bloody typical. Unbelievable. So I'm going to sit it out a little bit longer because I reckon we might get some underlighting of some of the higher clouds that are out there, but yeah, just typical. There we are. That's just my luck, isn't it? Alright, so I decided not to give up because, yeah, the sun did disappear, but the colour is still there. So I'm going to carry on shooting for a bit because there's definitely some good shots to be had here. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so the clouds are minimal, but I mean, look at that. The colour is definitely not minimal. It's not fantastic, but it's worth shooting. So I've taken the reverse grad off and I've just got the 0.9. I've gone up to f16 because it's just I want a bit of a longer shutter speed, so I'm shooting at 5 seconds now. 24mm, ISO low 1. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to shoot a few more here and I might move again. I think the guys look like they're packing up ready to go, so it's fine guys, I'll have the best of the night. Don't you worry about it. Leave it all to me. Alright guys, so I think that's probably about it for tonight. So if you like what you, thanks for tuning in, and if you like what you saw, if you like what you've watched, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the little bell, you'll get notified when I upload a new video. And yeah, so from the Valley of the Rocks, or Valley of Rocks, have a good one guys, I'll catch you later.